法律101。
朋友们大家好，欢迎收听德州中文台，我是胡美健。在我们今天的法律101，非常开心啊，再一次为朋友们邀请的这是来自休斯顿警务中心的高级警官，这是 Officer James Sabota 再一次参加我们的节目了。欢迎朋友们一块收听。接下来我们和 Officer 对于在回答听众朋友的问题之外，也有在现在要提醒大家要关心的注意的安全事项，欢迎朋友们一块共读。Good morning, Officer.
Good morning, Pam, and thanks for having me on the show again. Today it's so good to give crime safety tips and talk about different things in the community.
Thank you. 在今天呢，我们一开始要和 Officer Sabota 呢讨论的这个是我们听众朋友送进来的问题。那么希望在这个车祸的问题，其他的朋友你不要发生。但是呢，如果发生了的话，要怎么样子处理？我们在这，我们要请 Officer Sabota 为朋友们做一个分析。那么这个事件是怎么样的呢？这位听众呢，他是在路上停在红绿灯的时候，被人从后面正后方撞上去，然后撞上去了以后呢，这个后面的 trunk 还有后面的 bumper受伤严重，整个 trunk 没有办法，就是撞进去了，撞歪了，整个撞进去了。那么下来了以后呢，后面的这个driver 后面的驾驶没有 insurance 也没有 driver's license， 他是无驾无保险驾车，但是开的呢是自家父母的车。所以他能够有这个钥匙去开自家父母的车，相信自家父母是知道的知道这个小孩会这样子开车，也允许他。这个是我们的听众朋友的估计那么在车祸之后呢，他就打电话报警。那么第一个呢，报警之后呢，警察问他的第一个是有没有人受伤。他怎么讲呢？他说没有流血受伤，但是已经知道脖子、肩膀、颈子背这个已经感觉上有这种紧的感觉，不舒服了。但是呢，你说流血受伤，那还真没有。他就说没有流血受伤。然后呢，这个对方呢就让他知道了地点了以后，让他在那儿等。好，他们两造呢就在那儿等，包括了后来对方的妈妈也来了然后呢在那儿等了大概1个多小时，他再打电话。对方这个警官告诉他，你们没人受伤是不是？好，你们把车开到旁边去，我们这个还要好几个小时。他又再等了1个小时，大概他 total 等了快3个小时，2个多小时，再打电话。那么对方告诉他，没办法，你要么你就别等了我们还有好几个小时，我们还有好一阵子呢，你就直接去警察局去这个填个报告吧。那么我们这位听众就很怀疑，在这样子的情形下，他跑去警察局了，然后呢这要怎么样子保持这个现场，让警方能够知道错是怎么发生的，是他是被撞的，而对方还不愿意给他任何这个小孩自己的讯息，没有他的名字，没有什么，他只有后来他妈妈来了，有这个小孩妈妈的驾照，但是呢其他什么东西都没有，他要如何来证明？那么他如果离开了，那怎么办呢？他去写报告以后，可是整个的现场就已经不在了。所以呢，这个问题，我想我们接下来就请 Officer Sabota 来回答Officer, I think we already discussed the question from our audience. I just briefly repeat again. It was from the audience. He involved in the car accident was rear-ended by another car. At that time, he was stopped for traffic light, for the red light. And the other driver from the back to hit him without driver license, no insurance. And it was probably a kid, just drove his parents' car. And no one has severe injury, no no blood injury. And he tried to call the police officer and report the accident. And he was waiting there for hours. And the officer on the phone, as I think the third time when he called, the officer asked him, is there anyone injured? And he said, no blood injury. Okay, but his car was hit from the back, and the bumper and the trunk was hit badly. And the officer told him that if he wants to wait, that will be another few hours. No answer how long that will be. So ask him, he can just go ahead to the police station to file a report. And the question from our audience was, if he left, then how the report can tell, or the police officer can tell the fault, who the fault is, and the scene won't be there. Even he tried to video record, but if he left, actually the other party, that the one hit him, the boy and his mom left first. Since they say, okay, you want to wait, then you wait. Then they left. He said he didn't have any information from the boy because the boy didn't want to give him any information, his name or anything. But later on, the boy's mom came and he had the mom's driver license and the mom's insurance, but no this boy's information. So he said, what is the right way to do this? Should he continue waiting there for the officer to come to take to photo, to take all the information, or he just need to follow the phone? The officer told him, you just go to the station to file a report. So would you please explain or advise to our audience?
Yes, this is a very important topic. You know, as big as the city of Houston is, we literally have, 4 million people in the city of Houston, and that means we have millions of drivers on all the freeways. And every day in the city of Houston, there's always accidents. Now, Houston police officers and any law enforcement officer in the state of Texas, we enforce two different kind of laws. We enforce criminal laws. That means when somebody robs somebody or damages somebody's property, going as far as with a human act, that is criminal law. But we also enforce traffic laws. The state of Texas has traffic laws. So we enforce those also. Now, when somebody is involved in an accident, it's very, very important is what some people don't realize is, and it is a law that and then see, you also have civil laws, which we do not enforce civil laws. But when somebody owns a motor vehicle, let's just say a parent owns a car, they are responsible, being they're the owners, as they let somebody drive that, whether they're teenage children or a neighbor or brother or sister, as they allow them to drive that car, they are responsible for that car driving, even though the driver may be a teenager without a driver's license. Now, in many cases, if you look on your insurance card, it will tell you your insurance company's name, and it will tell also it will say the listed drivers that are authorized to drive that car. Now, if you let a teenager or a young person drive that car that's not on that insurance card, the owner of that vehicle is responsible if they get involved in an accident. Now, yes, the driver is also responsible if they crash and hurt somebody or damages property too. But legally, on the civil side of it, and let's just say our caller, they were involved in an accident. Now, this is a big city. We have a lot of calls for service. And it's unfortunate that, we have the same amount of police officers that we did 20 and 25 years ago, but we have more people in the city of Houston. That means that if we get called to a scene, our dispatchers at the police department, they ask you first thing, is there injury? Is your car drivable? So if there's no injury and the car is drivable, it's what we call a Code 3 call. Code 1 means officers get there with lights and siren as quickly as possible. Code 2 means, well, there was an accident and something's happening or a crime scene, but the crime has already happened. But Code 3 means that a car accident has happened and there's no injury and there's no the car is drivable. Now, in many cases, it does take hours for the officer to get there. If you want to wait there, it may take 2-3 hours before the officers are able to clear those Code 1 and Code 2 calls. But going as far as if you're involved, if anybody's involved in an accident, it's very important is to, if you have a camera on your phone, is to start taking pictures and recording all the statements from the drivers. Now, just because the young person is not on the insurance card, they can still receive a citation or a ticket from the police, no matter if they're 10 or 12 or 15 years old. If the officers do make the scene and if that person causes the accident, the officers can write them a ticket and they have to come to court with a parent.
Really?
Yes, they have to come to court with a parent if they're under 17 years old. In the state of Texas, if you're 17 years old, you're considered an adult.
Oh, so not including 17, but under 17.
Under 17, you're considered a juvenile. And if you get a ticket as a juvenile, you must come to court with your parents.
Okay, just excuse me. Let me just explain this to the audience first.
Yes.
OK， 朋友们，在刚才Officer Sabota 呢为大家做了这一系列的说明。那么当然了，在警方方面的话，他们有这一个呢是所谓的犯罪方面的现场他们的回应啊。那当然对于车祸方面，如果这个有人受伤这些他们的回应。那么像刚才我们所谈到的这一系列，那么最主要的是刚才谈到了，如果对方是无照驾驶呢，像刚才这位听众的，对方这个孩子既没有保险又没有驾照，而且还不愿意把他个人的资料，根本就是不能讲，一直等到对方的妈妈来了，只有对方妈妈的资料。那么 Officer Sabota 再次说了，如果你有手机，你有你的 cell phone， 你把这些对方讲的话，你的现场的情形，你的车子，对方的车子，双方的距离，这个现场整个的大环境是怎么样，你们之间的距离是如何，全部把它照下来，录影下来，对方在讲什么，你只要是在录影，应该都可以录得下来。如果对方是17岁以下，在警方判定这一场车祸他有罪，他造成，就算是17岁以下，警方一样会给他 citation， 就是会给他这个罚单一样会开罚单，而且他们还要进 court 到法院去，由他们的父母陪同，要由父母一块儿进法院。那么如果是17岁以上的话，那就从17岁开始就把他视为成人来进法院了。而父母们，如果你知道你自家的孩子无照驾驶，而且他又不在你的保险上面，朋友们注意这个不管你知道不知道，不管是怎么样，他都会受罚，而且父母会随同，我们叫做一同受罚，保险跟法律会处罚，会针对的是发生这样子的事件的父母。好 ，Yes, please.
Now, it's very important if you are involved in an accident is to gather the most evidence that you can at the scene, like get the license plate numbers, if you could record that, if you could record who the person looks like, who was the driver. And then, of course, if you have any witnesses that are standing by and that says, hey, I saw that, get their name and number and use them as a witness. Now, if the car's drivable and there's no injury, what they ask for is to make a report online or at the police station, one of the two. You can do one of the two. And then you can add all the information that you have. Now, if in this case, say the boy, the driver that caused an accident, if he did not want to give his information, well, you have their license plate number. Now, in most cases, your insurance company will handle the investigation along with the police. But the only problem is in the city of Houston, there's literally hundreds of minor accidents, hundreds of them a day. And our accident division is delayed on getting, whenever we're involved in an accident, we want it resolved quickly. But it's unfortunate because I've had family members that were involved in an accident, and it may take a month or a month and a half before the police even get to the case. But in most cases, the insurance company, if you get the other person's license plate number and they don't give you their name, your insurance company can follow up and they can complete their investigation and they will contact the owner of that vehicle and ask them, hey, who was driving that car that day? It was a young boy, a young girl, and they did not want to give them information. So they have investigators that will come out and possibly look at that other person's car at their home to do their own investigation. Now, one thing about insurance companies is, it's based on profit and loss margin. And most people that have insurance, if you look on your insurance policy, we have what we call uninsured motorist. Mm-hmm. And believe it or not, in this city of Houston, across this country, we have people that are driving right next to us on the roadway that does not have a driver's license and they don't have insurance.
Okay.
And that's a fact of life. So if they cause an accident, we as a person, the innocent person, many cases we have to pay. Our insurance covers it because we have that one clause in there that states that we have uninsured motorist insurance. Mm-hmm. And it's really unfair because we still have to have deductible. Even though somebody else caused an accident and we have damage on our car, we have that, could be $1,000 deductible, $1,500 deductible. That means that we got to pay that money out of our own pocket first.
But we will get reimbursed, right?
Well, only past your deductible. Now, some people have a zero deductible. That means you don't got to pay anything for damage in your car. So, like some people, but it's a higher monthly rate on your insurance company where you don't got to pay anything. But it's unfortunate, just like everything else. How far is your insurance company going to pursue chasing somebody down to pay for something? Now, your insurance company can legally sue that parent.
Okay.
And that's a civil case. It's not a criminal case. Okay. Now, that young person is still going to get a ticket for causing the accident. Mm-hmm. But going as far as, the police, we don't enforce civil laws. We don't make somebody pay for something. And that's done through civil court. Now, it all depends upon how much that insurance company has the ability to chase somebody down and sue somebody. Okay. And you can sue somebody for the damage on your vehicle.
OK， 好，朋友们，在这儿呢，刚才我们继续 continue。刚才 Officer James Sabota 特别再次强调，就是呢，在这种意外事件、车祸事件，必须要采集越多的证据。越多的 evidence 越好，不论是照相、录影，或者你旁边有这个路人，他说，他可以当你的证人，是 witness， 一定要记得麻烦他留下他的联系的电话、联系的方式，甚至于现场，如果你可以用这个照一下他的脸，然后请得到他的同意，跟他就是用录音录影的方式，让他讲他看到的是什么，他是谁，他看到的是什么，然后呢这一些都是你的证据，越多证据越好。 越多证据越好。而在这个我们所谓的在赔偿方面，我们在开车的时候，我们自己，我相信我们的听众朋友90%多一点吧，95%以上都是有驾照有保险的。也许不是全额保险，是这个 liability 但是呢，里面如果你买了像是 comprehensive 或者是说这个 PIP 我们讲的这一些保险，就是说当你被撞了以后这个你租车啦、修车啦，这个medical bill 这一些，它都会有一些 cover。但是呢，不要忘了，保险公司在这个索赔方面，那么当然要 base 在它的利润和它的损失上面。那么如果是对方的错，那么对方是错的，对方的错，对方没有保险，像这个小朋友他没有保险，他又没有驾照，但是他的父母有，所以保险公司会追着他的父母去赔偿，去做这一方面的追讨。但是呢，也要看，有的时候呢，就是你的保险买的是什么样子，你有自己的基本自负额，就是我们讲的 deductible。那么这种 deductible 的话，要看750、1000、1500、2000、2500、5000，或者还有的是 zero， 就是零 deductible。那么是多少？你是不是通常来讲，如果说在保险方面，你的这个有基本自负额，很可能你要先付个基本自负额，然后呢车子再修，然后呢再后来保险公司去追讨，去跟对方的保险公司去打官司，去这个谈判，去争取，然后呢拿到了对方的赔偿，再回来，也许你可以拿回你先付的。但是呢，这不一定，不是每一个 case 都是如此的成功。而这一些，你如果要继续追诉，你可以进到 civil court， 这个就是刚才 Officer Sabota 讲的民事法，到民事法庭去。那么保险公司也可以因由这样子进入民事法庭去向对方继续的追讨。那么当然了，我们会建议大家，如果真的这么麻烦，看到我们听众的这样子的车祸，他打电话的时候，我第一个就告诉他，应该赶快跟这个车祸专业律师713-333-3333，赶快跟这个律师事务所联系，这种事情还是交给律师事务所，那么可以为你争取到最大的这个保障。所以我已经告诉我们这位听众了，所以这样子的情形，我们就是希望朋友 Officer Sabota 也去告诉大家，当你要继续追讨这个赔偿的时候，进入的是民事法庭。Yes, Officer.
No, I'd like to add also is, anybody can, with $500, you can go to these smaller car lots and you can buy a car, put $500 down, and you don't have to have a driver's license, you don't have to have insurance. You put your money down and they will sell you a inexpensive car. Now, as I indicated, there's a lot of people that's driving these streets today.
Really?
Yes. And some of these car lots, they think, well, okay, they paid $500, and a lot of these maybe lower income people that if they can't afford to make payments on their cars, these car lots will go and they'll repossess their cars. So basically, they'll get their car back. These car lots get their car back, but they don't require them. And there should be a type of law that says if you sell a car, and if you know that person is going to drive out of the parking lot into the streets, they must have insurance. But that's not how it goes.
Okay.
So you can go out and buy a car and don't even have to have a driver's license or insurance, and it's really unfortunate.
好，朋友们要记得这个震惊，最起码对我来讲是 shock 对我来讲是很 shock 的一个消息。在这边，你花500块钱就可以去买一辆可以开的车，开多久不知道，怎么样子开，情形怎么样不知道，但是你可以买一辆车，对方不要求你要有保险，也不要求你要有驾照，你付他500块，你就把这个车开走。虽然说在德州的法律是规定，你卖车的对方必须要看到你有驾照，你有保险，但是呢，法律归法律，上有政策，下有对策。这个对策就是你只要付500块钱，你没什么照都没有，你都可以开。所以朋友们，路上小心，提高警觉这个被人撞，跟这种人去拼，跟这种人去玩，跟这种人去斗，实在 得不偿失，没必要啊，不需要把自己放得那么低去。好，我们的时间还剩1分钟，我知道 Officer Sabota 还有一个重要的讯息，但是就1分钟。We have only about 1 minute left.
Okay. Would like to just close the show with just pointing out that we are in the holiday shopping season, and there's a lot of people out there that's already shopping, grocery stores, shopping centers, big malls that are shopping. Well, guess what? The crooks, they're shopping too. So make sure that the biggest push that the information we're trying to give out to the public is be aware of your surroundings. If anybody approaches you in a parking lot, tell them, no, thank you. Do not listen to anybody. And don't leave your items stowed away in your car that's visible for people to look in your windows and see shopping bags, very expensive things, because like I say, everybody's distracted and everybody's busy, but safe shopping starts with you, and that's what we're really trying to get out. Don't become a victim of crime by leaving stuff in your vehicle.
好，最后在结束以前 Officer Sabota 再度提醒大家，现在是 Holiday Season， 大伙都在买礼物，不管买给别人还是买给自己啊。所以呢，小小趁这个时候呢，也要开张了，要开始赚一笔。那么大家的安全自个注意，我们已经呼吁了很多次，在你的车子里头不要放任何的东西，除了你自己进去开车，你出来的时候车子是空的，里面没有皮包，没有这个购物袋，没有任何的东西，连你的太阳眼镜、你的手套、你的帽子都别放在里头，都不要让人看到，里面是空的，就是椅子跟方向盘，没有别的东西了。你进去的时候你自己进去，你离开的时候就是这样子。所以呢，这样子呢，减少大家在这个 Holiday Season 啊，给小机会，那么把你变成他们购物的对象。希望大家一起努力，彼此叮咛，大伙都能够有一个安全、有轻松、平安的这个 Holiday Season。好，我们在这里节目要结束了，再一次的谢谢朋友们的收听，更感谢 Officer Sabota 在今天参与我们的节目，回答听众朋友们的问题。Thank you, Officer. Thank you for joining us. And I think before we end the show, I'll say Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays, and we look forward to being on the show next time.
Okay, talk to you next time. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.